Hey everybody, welcome back to Reaction Reviews. May the 4th be with you. It's a beautiful May the 4th, and I guess a lot of us were hoping for the Obi-Wan Kenobi series to drop on May the 4th. It would have been appropriate, of course. May the 4th be with you, of course. But obviously, it's not here yet. It's not here till the end of the month. But they did give us something on May the 4th, so we'll have to make do with this. It's the Obi-Wan Kenobi final trailer. So let's go ahead and check it out. Before we do, check out my t-shirt here. Major League Baseball MLB Jedi. Looks like my camera's backwards, so I apologize for that, but you get the idea. Anyway, I just wanted to show that off real quick. Anyway, let's go ahead and check it out. This is the final trailer for Obi-Wan Kenobi. Just dropped on YouTube. And let's check it out. Here we go. Stormtrooper is nice. It's the Inquisitor.
Or we will not survive.
Not sure about that Inquisitor.
Leave us alone. When the time comes, he must be trained. Like you trained his father. You still want Kenobi. He's gone.
Maybe you've been looking in the wrong places.
Six-part
I
event.
want every lowlife and bounty hunter.
Nice touch with the Arabesh.
You can't run Obi-Wan! You can't!
Oh, there was R2. There it is. Oh, he heard it. He heard it. Okay, that's awesome. So Obi-Wan heard Vader breathing. So I was wondering if Vader would actually show up in this to have a confrontation with him, or if it would just be hinted at that they would actually have a confrontation or not. But from his reaction there, assuming that that wasn't a little convenient edit that they may have made for the sake of the trailer, assuming that that reaction is that we saw there on his face was to hearing Vader breathing, that's a good indication that Vader is actually going to show up in the series. Not only show up, but actually have a confrontation with Obi-Wan. So we've all been looking forward to that. That'll be very cool. At the beginning, there was that line. He said, "Stay hidden, or we will not survive." Who was he talking to? Was he talking to Luke? Is he actually having, a relationship with Luke at that young age? Or more likely, I think he's maybe talking to Uncle Owen. But he said, "Or we will not survive." So I can imagine him saying that to Luke. But obviously, Uncle Owen is, as we know from history, set against him training Luke. That line there, he said, like you trained his father. In other words, how you trained Vader, Anakin, becoming Vader. And so Uncle Owen is dead set against Obi-Wan having a relationship at all, I imagine, with Luke. We know he eventually, just wants Luke to stay completely away from old Ben. And so here you see Luke. We saw that footage earlier of Luke, pretending to be a speeder fighter or a jet pilot around the age of 10. And that's when this takes place, around he'd be about 10 years old. So this is about 10 years after Revenge of the Sith. So we saw that footage before, but at this age, when he's about 10 years old, I'm not sure what kind of relationship he had with Luke, if any at all, at this point. So he may have been talking to Luke, maybe not. Possibly Uncle Owen. I kind of doubt that because of the way he worded that. We will not survive. Maybe it's to another Jedi, an apprentice that he has, or some kind of associate that is also being hunted by the Empire, which could be some rebels. maybe not even Jedi, but some rebels that are supporting the Jedi cause. Of course, with him being one of the very few Jedi left over. If it is a Jedi, maybe it's a hint that we may have a cameo from some of our favorite Jedi, hint, that may have escaped Order 66 that may show up. Who knows? It's a possibility. That would be a good opportunity for them to have cameos here, where we saw some cameos of some of our Jedi friends show up in The Mandalorian and in the Book of Boba Fett. Maybe they might show up here, get some use out of these actors. So I'm not sure who he was talking to, but that's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. The Inquisitor. We saw the Inquisitor last time, and it went by so quickly in that trailer, the teaser we had last time, that I didn't really notice the differences in the facial characteristics between what we've seen in the comic books and in the animated series versus what we're seeing here. The Inquisitor, the Grand Inquisitor in particular, his face is a little bit wider than we saw, and of course that may be they may just write that off as an animation style difference, but I would like to see that a little bit more true to what we saw before, but that's neither here nor there. I guess we'll make do with what we've got. It's cool, the bounty hunters line, indicating that they're going to be sending some bounty hunters to hunt down Obi-Wan Kenobi. So could we see a younger version of Boba Fett? As younger as he would be, around 10 years after. That would be it would be before the time of A New Hope. So this would be about 10 years before 10 years after Revenge of the Sith. So it'll be approximately 7 or 8, 9 years before A New Hope. And so we may see a younger Boba Fett. May see some of our other favorite bounty hunters that show up later. Originally we were introduced to Boba Fett as an adult for the first time in the final installment of the original trilogy, in the Return of the Jedi. So, he'd have to be quite a bit, probably about 20 years younger than he was there. But by then he'd have the suit and stuff. We may see a new actor playing Boba Fett there in a younger iteration, or even without taking off the mask, because obviously Boba Fett doesn't take off the mask, except for like the rare situation when we saw in the new series. But back then he wouldn't have been taking off the mask. Actually, Boba Fett wasn't a true Mandalorian, so I'm not sure how strictly he would have stuck to that. He may have actually taken off the mask. But anyway, another thing I noticed was R2-D2. We saw R2-D2 in the teaser trailer here. So after, in A New Hope, first time we see R2 is he's in the care of Princess Leia. So obviously at some point he ends up on, I would say, he and C-3PO both end up on Alderaan with Princess Leia. Before that, when she was about 10 years old, maybe he was on Tatooine, and then Obi-Wan ends up taking him over there somehow. I'm not sure how that is going to tie in, if there's even references to, maybe it might even show some scenes from Alderaan with Princess Leia at 10 years old. That would be interesting to see if they can find the right actress to play her. Several years ago there was some talk about the possibility of a Princess Leia standalone spin-off movie, and they were looking at some interesting choices of actresses to play her there. But by this point, they're young adults. They're, the one in particular was the girl that played Eleven on Stranger Things. She had the look. I've seen some of the photos that they showed mocked up of her looking like Princess Leia. Would have went really good, but by this point she's too old now to play a 10-year-old Princess Leia, obviously. So anyway, this trailer I thought was much better than the teaser that we had. It looks interesting. I'm excited to see it. What do you guys think? Comment down below. Was there anything that I missed On my first viewing of this, I'll go back and watch it again, of course, later, and probably pick up on some more stuff, just like I did with the last one that I reacted to as well. Anyway, comment down below. Be sure to like this video and subscribe so that you're eligible to win the free Star Wars trade paperback that I'm giving away when we reach 100 subs. Hope you enjoy this channel. In the meantime, I will see you next time. May the Force be with you all, and have a great week. I have spoken.